Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 2nd of August 2018. We're going to reflect on Matthew chapter 13, 47 to 53. Jesus said, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was thrown into the sea and caught fish of every kind. When it was full, they drew it ashore, sat down, and put the good into baskets, but threw out the bad. So it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come out and separate the evil from the righteous and throw them into the furnace of fire, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Have you understood all this?" They answered, "Yes." And he said to them, "Therefore every scribe who has been trained for the kingdom of heaven is like the master of a household, who brings out of his treasure what is new and what is old." When Jesus had finished these parables, he left that place. The Gospel of the Lord. The latest issue of Cornerstone magazine has an entire article on the parable of the net, and we're going to provide a link for you to download a PDF of it should you wish to read it. So we will reflect instead upon the bit that Jesus said about how every scribe who has been trained for the kingdom of heaven is like the master of a household, who brings out of his treasure what is new and what is old. Who is a scribe? These were people devoted to the study and practice of the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, also called the Pentateuch. That's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. An easy way to remember the names is by the acronym JELNUT. Say it, JELNUT. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Scribes were also responsible for instructing others in how to live according to the Torah. So why does Jesus compare a trained scribe with the master of a household who brings out of his treasure what is new and what is old? What do people do when something new comes into the market? Well, a lot of people, especially these days, they toss aside the older model for the newer one, even though very often there is nothing really wrong with the model they already have. It just looks like junk when there is something brighter and flashier at hand. But not everything old is junk. Consider gold and precious jewelry, for instance, that has been handed down over generations. They don't lose value with time. On the contrary, they gain in value. Well, with Jesus, the new was coming. One of the most dramatic scenes in Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ was Jesus saying to his mother on the way to Calvary, "See, Mother, I make all things new." And he did make all things new, giving us new life in a new covenant between God and man. Now, how would the scribes recognize this? The wise ones would bring out both the Old and the New Testaments and see how they shed light on each other, how the Old prepared for the New and how the New fulfilled the Old, how the New Testament lies hidden in the Old and the Old Testament is unveiled in the New. It's a real treasure hunt. I hope that these reflections are whetting your appetite for this treasure that is the Word of God, and you will be the wise scribes of the modern age if you too constantly bring out of the treasure what's old and what's new. May your lives be filled with treasure. God bless you.